think we should be taking anyone seriously that has scientists who are knowledgeable in this area and the means, the money to be able to do this. Yes.
Paediatrician Dr. Arturo Brito sat on President Bill Clinton's National Bioethics Commission, which looked at the ethical and scientific dilemmas of human cloning. The major problem, he says, is we just don't know how cloned babies will turn out. They may be deformed or stillborn, or may develop significant problems in later life.
There are many things we don't know about what happens with cloning that may make this child, who looks perfectly healthy, have many problems later on down the line. And we're just talking about biological or at the medical level. We're not talking about even at the psychological level, but at the medical level, we don't know what problems can happen because a clone would have a cell or genes that are actually older than the way a child is produced from a natural process of fertilization.
Nonetheless, in America, scientists are already cloning body parts. This is a human bladder, made of real-life human bladder cells. Even more extraordinary, scientists are already growing human clones. For ethical reasons, this American lab stops their growth at 14 days, just before the microscopic clones develop a spinal cord. But it would be very easy to go one step further and create a human. All scientists have to do is implant an embryonic clone into a woman's womb and let it grow full term. And that's exactly what the Raelians are planning. The first cloned human being, you hope, will be that from a baby who died.
Right. So this baby died about 2 years ago, and they had the chance to preserve the cells before the death, so we were able to get sampling that are useful, and so we hope to have this baby as the first cloned baby.
Professor Boisselier is protecting the identity of the parents involved, but says they are determined to recreate their dead child, whatever the cost.
I think inside of them they want to conceive the child again and go back to zero with that set of genes.
So they want to recreate
They want
a
to
child.
have this child back.
But you can't really do that. You can get a baby that looks just like
It will just,
dead
it
baby.
will looks like, yes.
but you will never actually get the dead child back.
So that's a kind of hypocrisy that many people ask this question. And they say, it will never be the same. So what is the problem if it was the same? You know, they cannot say at the same time, you are cloning, it's terrible, it's the same, it's against biodiversity, and at the same time say, it will not be the same. So there is no problem.
But the problem is for those people who think they are getting that
It
child.
will be the same. Physically, the hardware, if you like, will be the same.
I don't think anyone can tell you for certain that what looks normal at birth is going to be normal later on. The main concern right now for the Raelians or anyone else are the safety issues. And until those are worked out, there's really should be no type of cloning, because what you're going to do are create embryos and fetuses and potentially live children that are going to have major medical problems.
Their concerns the Raelians dismiss, and their cloning attempt is well underway. Apart from the scientific work, they have 50 potential surrogate mothers lined up to bear the first human clone.
We hope to have the first embryo by sometimes in March. It's, you know, since we want to check everything, we will see.
But it's looking close?
It is very close, yeah.
The final hurdle being what? Just perfection?
Yes.
If I were cloned, my clone would be my daughter and my twin sister. And that would be just the first hurdle. It seems the physical concerns are even greater. For example, it took more than 200 attempts to create Dolly, the cloned sheep. And nobody knows how many human embryos it would take to create just one child. The rate of abnormality in animal clones is very, very high. Just about all have been enormous in size, with navels 3 times larger than normal. So, when and if a human clone is born, the problems may just be starting.